my name is Mila Patel. I'm currently a junior at the Rutgers Business School, and I'm double majoring in accounting and business analytics and information technology.
Hi, I'm Raf Seidel. I'm a supply chain and marketing science major.
My name is Kelly Murphy. I'm a junior accounting major.
My name is Nazari Bagliak. I'm a sophomore at Rutgers University, and my major is finance.
My mentor's name is Zubin Desario, and he currently works at KPMG. He's actually a Rutgers alumni. He graduated from here with a triple major. And surprisingly, he graduated with a 4.0 all three majors.
My mentor's name is Heather Taylor, and she is a director at Eisner-Amper.
My mentor is Gudu Moni, and he's an analyst at Goldman Sachs.
So when I first received the email from TeamUP about my mentor, I was really confused because it was an operations director from Deloitte, and I always related Deloitte with auditing, and that's not what I'm interested in. But then, so I met with him, and I realized that his world was exactly what I wanted my world to be. It's a lot of traveling, a lot of consulting with major companies, anyone from Google to Walmart, every industry. And I learned through that he was just like me. He's a Rutgers alumni, lived on College Ave.
My first meeting went better than I expected. I was a little nervous. I thought going to a professional office, it was going to be very formal and very uptight, but we established some things we wanted to talk about ahead of time. But it ended up, she talked a lot more than I did because I'm shy, but she did all the talking. It was very casual, very fun. I had a lot of fun, actually, more than I expected. We did resume critique. She gave me some interview tips. For accounting majors, she went over the difference between audit and tax, which was very helpful in applying for my internships. And then we arranged a second meeting and it went really well. It was fun.
When I first met my mentor, I actually traveled to his office in Jersey City. So I met him at the Goldman Sachs office, and it was really interesting because we got to sit down and have lunch together.
My first meeting with my mentor was a bit interesting. I first walked into it a bit nervous, didn't know what to expect. So I actually dressed up business casual, and when I walked into the meeting, I found out that my mentor was actually in a t-shirt and jeans. So it's a very laid back environment. You can ask as many questions as you want, and my mentor just laid out all the answers for me. I asked him questions about my career path, maybe what I should pursue in the future, internship ideas or plans, how I can connect with other people and companies. He also helped me to team up with people in other companies. He said if you need connections, I can pair you up. I also use LinkedIn to reach out to him. Via email we talked. I also called him a couple of times. So going into this, I didn't know what to expect, but our first meeting, walking into it, I was a bit nervous, I would say. But once I got there, very laid back environment, very comfortable. So don't be nervous, it's a very friendly situation.
I learned a lot about the professional atmosphere from this program because I have parents who work in very small companies, very family owned, where as opposed to my mentor and all the other mentors work for big prestigious companies. And I've learned just how they work, how they hire their interns, some daily routines, some of their culture. It's been a really cool experience to see that side that I've never experienced before.
I would advise all the students in this program to ask any and all questions, no matter how silly to complex. Your mentor will answer the best of their ability and give their first-hand accounts, which is more personable, and it allows you to see if you fit into that specific mold, if you're made for what they're doing. And some simple questions I asked was, what motivates my mentor to wake up in the morning? How's the traveling, like how do you balance traveling with family and personal life? And the answers are really surprising, and a lot of the answers I received were shocking. I didn't know someone with such a powerful job can tuck his children into bed 4 out of 5 nights, 7 nights a week. So I definitely advise ask everything, and you can see if you're having a more personable conversation. You can ask personal questions like, what are your hobbies? What's your favorite sport? It can become a real relationship in that way.
After the initial meeting, I actually got an internship at a smaller financial company, and from his advice, I took that position because I wanted to be an analyst just like he was. So overall, currently, I enjoy my position. I think that my mentor narrowed it down for me, so to say, and he really gave me the ability to see what's out there and see what I would like to do.
One of the best things about this program for me was interview technique. My mentor did a lot of interview review, what questions they're going to kind of ask, a lot of the general questions like what are your strengths and weaknesses, and you don't really know what your you know what your weaknesses are, but you don't want to name anything too bad, so she taught me kind of how to answer those questions but still present yourself as a good candidate, so that was really helpful. And going into interviews in the fall, really didn't think I was ready for them at all, but once I went through this program, we had the interview discussion, I was really ready, and I ended up getting an internship, so it definitely helped.
For students going into this program, I just have a few words of advice. Go into this program, first of all, with an open mind. The mentor is there for you as a resource, so use this resource to the best of your advantage. The mentor can answer as many questions as you have, and no question is a stupid question. So don't be afraid to ask. And going into your first meeting, you may be nervous, but by the end of this whole program, you will have built a very strong relationship. And I feel that going forward, even when you're done with the program, you'll have a long-lasting connection that you could always look back upon and ask questions to.